Hello everyone, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. I have another box here of a pen and a pen brand that I didn't think I needed any more of. And even when I had a few people message me and tag me and say, are you getting this? And immediately assuming I was like, no, I'm okay, I don't need it. And then I did. So here we go. This is obviously a TWSBI. I purchased this from Wonder Pens in Canada, and it is an Eco. And yes, I've already looked in here. It is the, Espresso Bronze. So if you've never had a TWSBI before, normally when you're opening the box, there's two stickers, one on this side and one on this side. You have to remove those first before you open the box. Then inside you have actual instructions for how to take care of your TWSBI. So it includes the wrench, the silicone grease, as well as instructions for how to fill your pen. So let's take this out here. Can't believe I have 3 TWSBIs now, but it's just so pretty. I mean, look at this color. TWSBI did this whole series right. Let's bring out the other two. I mean, come on. Now that I have all 3 of them, yeah, of course I was gonna buy it. Look at how beautiful those shades of cream and cafe and then the espresso. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'll just show you actually the different nib sizes here. I have an extra, no, I think this one's a fine in the cream rose gold. And then I have an extra fine. Yep, an extra fine, you can actually see it. Like it's behind the grip section. Extra fine in the cafe bronze, and then I got an extra fine in the espresso bronze. So look at all of these. If you're not familiar with a TWSBI, they're a great, I guess, starter brand. But look at just how beautiful these look. Okay, so the cream has the rose gold trim, and then you've got the cafe with the bronze trim, and then the espresso with the bronze trim as well. Now, the different colored trims, like the rose gold and the bronze, are going to be slightly more expensive than your regular trimmed TWSBIs. But for me, this was worth it. Absolutely worth it. Look at how beautiful those 3 look together. And for me, one of the things that I love about the TWSBIs is very much an ASMR thing. Listen. There's something about capping a TWSBI that is just so satisfying for me. And I'm going to do it with all 3 now. All right. So if you've not tried a TWSBI before, a TWSBI is a steel nib pen, and from what I remember from a video that Yoseka Stationery did, the nib on here is a size 4 nib. This is a piston fill, meaning that you need bottled ink or an ink sample to be able to fill this. You cannot use cartridges with this. And a piston fill is basically, the piston fill is built into the pen, and there is a mechanism where this piston, by putting this nib and grip section into ink, and by then turning the piston, it draws up ink into the reservoir, and that's how you're able to use the ink in there. So very, very quick overview of a TWSBI. And I know a lot of people love TWSBI for, let's bring that in here, love TWSBI as a lower priced pen. A lot of people love this for the fact that you can get so many different colors of these, and they're not too expensive. Well, when you compare them to like a gel pen, then yes, they are expensive, but these will last you quite a while. All right, so let's go ahead and compare these to other pens that I have in my collection. We'll go ahead and weigh it, and then we'll go ahead and choose an ink, because that is going to be difficult. All right, so here we have the TWSBI Eco and Espresso Bronze in a piston fill. I'm going to show you another pen that has a piston filler. This is the Narwhal Nautilus in the Turquoise Dream from Atlas. This is another piston filler. I'm trying to see if there's any other pens that have piston fillers in my collection. Oh, Then we have the Pelican M800 is a German company, and if you watch Simone's video, she helps you with the pronunciation of this. So I was right. It was, well, Pelican or Pelican. That's still wrong. Sorry. I'm gonna try and correct my pronunciation. But this is another piston fill pen. And then I'll bring in other pens in my collection that I use for sizing here. So we've got the Espresso SD, and then let's see here. Oh, I got blue ink on a different pen off screen. So we'll also show you, this is not a piston fill, but one that I like to use for comparison, the Pilot Vanishing Point. So you can see in terms of size comparisons, 2 piston fills, a regular cartridge converter, and then a vanishing point. So for a piston fill, the TWSBI is actually a really, really good price for a piston fill. If you like something that has a lot of ink volume, this is definitely a great price point. Then you've got the Narwhal, and the Pelican is the most expensive in this lineup. And then we have the Espresso SD and the Pilot Vanishing Point. In terms of sizing, the Espresso SD is the one that is the most comfortable for me. The TWSBI Eco is almost a touch too small for really long writing sessions, but actually for taking notes at work, which really is just jotting down a couple of things here and there rather than long consistent writing sessions, this one is actually great for that. So let's go ahead and look at these uncapped. There are all the pens uncapped, and remember how I mentioned that the TWSBI Eco has a smaller nib, so it's a size 4 nib, whereas the Espresso SD has a number 6 size nib, and I believe these two as well. So you can see the nib difference there. But in terms of the grip section, the TWSBI Eco is probably the narrowest out of all of them, but I actually want to just compare this closer to the TWSBI Eco. Yeah, you can definitely see there is a bit of a size difference. This is probably slightly narrower. So when I hold this in my hand, for example, I can feel that it is narrower, but not too much so that I feel like I've got a death grip on it. I'm the type of person where if the pen is too narrow, I feel like I have to hold it tighter. Whereas a larger pen, it feels like I can let go of the death grip a little bit. And then yes, for me, the Espresso SD is the most comfortable. But where I rest my fingers on the Eco, it's actually very comfortable. I don't feel the threads on here at all. And I don't hold my pen so close that I feel this part here. But also the Eco itself does not have the forced triangular gripped facets. It's very smooth around here as well. So actually for me, a good comfortable pen, probably verging though on almost too small, but not so. All right, but in terms of the overall length of it, the TWSBI actually, when uncapped, is probably on par or even maybe the longest by a smidge out of all of these. And it's really a good quality pen for the price point. I know that there have been some cracking issues in the past, and from what I've heard mixed things from people who have had cracking issues. It feels like there's some people, if they've had one pen crack, then other TWSBIs have cracked, and then there are some that have never experienced that. But I think TWSBI has tried to resolve that issue in as of late, but I'm not the best person to ask about that, but just letting you know what I've heard in the community. All right, so let's go ahead and weigh this pen. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly weigh this pen. So capped, it is 21 grams. Uncapped, it is 13 grams. So the cap itself is 8 grams. Now, the reason that I like to do that is because I know some people like to post their pens, and with the cap being at 8 grams, it does back weight the pen a bit, but I don't ever post my pens. So this is actually quite comfortable. 13 gram pen is light, not too heavy. And then once you add a little bit of ink in there, I mean, the ink is, you know, not going to be a huge changer of the weight, but this is a comfortable size for me. I know when you watch pen reviews and pen videos on YouTube, it's really hard to gauge the size of a pen. Even if I'm comparing it to other pens in my collection, it's really hard to gauge it just based on someone's hand size. So I do the best that I can to show you what is comfortable for me. And the more that I show these videos and the more that you see what's comfortable for me and what isn't, you might see some similarities, but you may also see some differences, and those differences preferences may help you decide what works for you. So let's go ahead and fill this pen. I'm bringing out my trusty A5 ring binder here. I purchased this off of Amazon, and I will place the link for this in the description below. But let's go ahead and look. I have swatched all of my inks that I've tried in their different color families. I may not have all of them, but I'll at least know what could be a good match. So these are browns. Let's see here. Do I have these all on screen? Okay, perfect. Ooh, Oyster Hour's almost a little bit too light. Le Bon Demeter, I don't know, there's more red, I think, in this. Steeped Umber is good, but again, Steeped Umber is almost a little bit too red. And I don't think, do I have anything on this page? I still have Kitsune Biori, I have Shirakashi, which is leaning more towards the green, and I have Dusted Truffle, but I don't think any of those would work. Those look more pink now that I look at it. And then different, oh, I have tried a Mont Blanc ink. Anyway, it's like squirrel. All right, Atlas Moth Brown, not really. Coffee Monster, ooh, tempted because I mean, it's both coffee. Writing Desk, I thought Writing Desk might be it, but no. Oh, Raw Sienna. Raw Sienna is a good one. Raw Sienna is one of my favorite browns, if not my favorite. Cafe Crema, not so much. And I think Cafe Crema would probably maybe almost match with the Cafe Bronze, but maybe not. Let's see what else here. Oh, okay, Robert Oster Pen 86. I am tempted to put Monteverde Moonstone in here. So that is an option. Not Lidate. Oh, I have two of Moonstone in here. Let's see, none of, well, if I still had Triple Chocolate, I probably would do that one. Giant Potato. Oh, I love the name of that. Giant Potato. Inkabara Brown Pink, Muddy Wine. Oh, Sumiyoshi is a good one. Or I just swatched this. Sailor 50 States, Ohio. Could be very interesting. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, Sailor Ink Studio 373 could be a good contender. How much of that do I have? Oh, that's a tough one. So Sailor Ink Studio 373 or Sailor 50 States, Ohio. Both would be really good. Or even Sailor Shikiori Kamoshika. This is always so hard. Always so hard choosing. So, okay, 3 Sailor inks as possibilities. But you would think that I would have, you know, chose like, I'm still tempted by Moonstone. Make a decision, Karina. I know, if I can barely figure out what ink to put in a pen, if you hadn't watched my 8 more pen questions, there's a question in there where I have to choose one ink for life. And I've had a few replies on that where people said, that sounds like a punishment. So, okay, I'm gonna choose and then fill. All right, so I've chosen Sailor 50 States, Ohio. I have here an ink sample vial holder from Fountain Pendulum, because knowing me, I will spill ink. Like you can see drops of ink on my white table. So to fill my TWSBI, and I know I don't want to fill it all the way, so I even want to just, let's see, just a little bit like that. And then basically, here we go, taking my ink sample and putting the pen all the way in so that the nib and the feed are fully submerged, and then twisting the piston to bring that ink up. That is not a lot of ink. I might actually do a little bit more. Perfect. Yeah, I don't want a ton of ink. That's probably enough for me. All right, so, oh, and it looks so cool moving around in there. All right, so let's go ahead and do the writing sample. All right, so I have here my Hobonichi notebook in my Galen leather cover. And this is the 200-page Hobonichi notebook with 52, is it 52 or 48 GSM Tomoe River paper? I never know. but this is what I use for my ink journal. So I'll go ahead and do my writing sample. Let's zoom in. All right, so we have here the TWSBI Eco. The nib is an extra fine, and this is Espresso bronze. Oh, I think I made a great choice with the ink. So this is Sailor, 50 states, Ohio. Oh, wow. I did not think I would own one, let alone 3 TWSBI Ecos, but here I am. Of course, they had to release them in brown. The extra fine nib is quite wet. It had a slight misalignment, which I was able to fix. Now the nib is smooth and crisp. I do have a rediscovered love for TWSBIs, but I think I'm done my collection. So I'll do a couple of figure 8s here. The downstrokes and the strokes to the right are smooth. The upstrokes are smooth. It was the strokes from the right to left that were a little bit misaligned and scratchy, so I fixed that. I also added the arrows in the direction that I was doing these. I saw these on the Joy in Pens and Paper. Erin did these on her writing samples, and I thought, what a great idea. Okay, so there is my new TWSBI Eco in Espresso bronze, and I am loving that deep brown color. And yes, I said I didn't need it, but then I did. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching and have yourselves a great day.